Just go.
Come on, podcast slave.
Hello, baby. Hello, nasty. Hello there.
Hello.
I say hello.
Hello.
Friend.
Well, hello, little girl.
Hello, my treacherous friends.
Hello, operator.
The beginning of everything. Welcome back, my friends.
It's showtime.
Hey everybody, welcome to The Brink of Sanity, episode 316, part of No Network, because nobody will have us.
We're orphans.
The No Network podcast brought to you. Do we have commercials on this show? We don't have commercials, right?
No, we have nothing.
Can we get commercials to make money on this?
I mean, we could try. That'll take effort.
We make our own commercials?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can make our own commercials. Like pick a product and just like start pitching them, but like pitch them in a weird way. Like just talking about like mattresses. Who sells mattresses? It's not Sleepy's. Who owns that company now?
Mattress firm.
Mattress Firm. Be like Mattress Firm. That's where you go if you want to. If
Get a
you're
shitty
really,
mattress.
if you're really into, if you want to have comfort while you're raping someone, you go to Mattress Firm, and then Mattress Firm calls up and gives like a cease and desist.
Mattress firm can go fuck themselves. I hate that company.
I
Really,
hate
they're not going to
Sleepy's.
send us a free mattress now.
No.
I wouldn't want a free mattress.
No. I'd piss on their mattress if they gave it to me.
Yeah.
Mattress Firm, the best mattresses to piss on. So
In
I
high
think-
school during lunch, we used to call 1-800-mattress and just
Yeah.
harass the shit out of this one guy. We'd always ask for him. He would like flip out because I guess he told his coworkers not to put him on, so we would find new and creative ways to get the guy on the phone, and then we'd ask him if he had a mattress big enough that we could sleep with his wife on and stuff like that.
I do find that doing a prank call as opposed to telling people what one is like is better. Do you have the number? Let's just call. Can you make a phone call, Jay?
I don't
They're
think
not
that's
business
even.
anymore, are they?
Yeah, it's not even a thing anymore.
1-800. Don't they have?
Leave
is
the
it-
last S off for savings.
Yeah, they only have the same number. And Mattress Firm bought sleep whatever it is. I'm sure 1-800 Mattress is owned by them also.
I doubt the guy's still working there.
Well, I'm not going to ask for like, is Pete there? Pete's dead.
Pete
Get
owns the
cancer.
company now.
Wouldn't that be funny if he was still there? It's like it's been 20 years.
Oh no, these guys.
20-year anniversary. Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay, cut to Jake. Make the call. Hello.
Why does Pete have autism?
I am an 89-year-old man answering phone for 1-800 matches. You better not be calling 1-800 flowers. We sell mattresses. Okay, hello? Who's there?
Hi. Remember me? You got to remember,
Remember
my voice.
me? I get like 17 prank calls a day. What do you mean remember me?
All right, let's move on.
Oh, I cannot move on. I need to find that Jay. Okay. You know what?
I listened to our previous show for the first time.
You listened?
Yeah, I went back and I listened because I wanted to rehear the Jay's travel story.
Doesn't
and I
one
actually-
of us? Doesn't one of us going back and listening create some kind of space-time continuum problem?
It was strange. I wanted to play it for my girlfriend because I was trying to explain to her how funny the situation was, but I couldn't quite explain it. So I was like, "You just have to listen to this." So she listens to it, right? And first of all, Jay, she thinks you sound like a very nice man.
Oh, well, thank you.
And he
Well,
said,
can Jay ever meet her?
she goes, "Well, yeah, sure, why not?" So she goes, "Well, Jay sounds really nice, and he must really love his girlfriend to have to do all that for her." And she said that Jay sounds like a much nicer person than me, because if that happened to me, I would be swearing, screaming, yelling for still to right now from whenever the trip was, and I'd be miserable and I'd be a total asshole to everybody. So she said, "Yeah, Jay's definitely a better person than you are."
What does your girlfriend think of me?
Well, she didn't really get to you. She was mostly listening to Jay's story and how calm he was telling the story, and how he took it all in stride. She said. But Jay, I do have a follow-up question because as I re-listened to it, I had a thought.
Okay.
Why couldn't you sleep during the layovers? Because there'd be plugs at the airport.
Um,
Or did they not have plugs at airports over there?
no. They actually do, and they actually have some sleeping stations there. The one airport, there was just two people huddled around every single socket.
That's really a sad state of affairs for society. If you ever want to see just how pathetic humans are, just go to an airport and find an outlet in the wall and just see like the line of people waiting to use it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, hang on. Were most people plugging in their phones or their sleep masks?
I did find one like comfortable booth, and it had a plug, and I set up the machine and stuff, and I got like a quick half-hour nap, and then I thought they called my flight, and they didn't. It was like still another hour away. So
How big is this machine?
it's not big at all. It's I don't know, a foot and a half.
It's like the size of an anchor.
Is it the size of your face?
Like,
is it bigger than your face? Is it bigger than?
It's not that big. If it's like the same one I have, it's not that big. It just comes with like a big. You carry in a bag. It looks like a laptop bag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It would be great if you actually want to plug in your phone and everyone had their CPAP, whatever, plugged in.
It's just a line of people with apnea.
Or if you plugged it in, you blew the outlet, then nobody could charge their phones.
It's all like outlets with people passed out next to them, looking like it's like some invasion where everyone's dead.
Like a bus station at 2 a.m. Everyone's like sprawled over their seat, and
I would love that. I'd be like, oh, I'm home.
Yeah, maybe you should try to go to like a land where everyone has apnea. Can we
that's
find
America,
this?
isn't it?
Yeah, it probably is America.
Yeah, I think I'm there now.
So I assume, Bri, your girlfriend said that other guy in the show sounds like a complete asshole, and you just didn't want to mention it. I appreciate that, though.
No, she didn't. She was just kind of like, "Why are you guys picking on him?" And I was like, "Well, that's what we do."
That's pretty much the show now. I don't know when that started.
It really, every once in a while, one of us will come up with something like I came up with the that cake, what cake thing?
The funfetti.
Funfetti. I come up with the funfetti. You guys make fun of me, and then we're like, okay, we're done with that. Let's go back to Jay.
Yeah. But this whole thing actually, I didn't actually mean to talk about this, but this whole thing actually leads me to a story that I have.
Okay.
Like I said, so she said Jay sounds like a better person than me, which she's right. And we haven't done a show in quite a while, and last week's show was mostly about Jay. But I have a story that happened to me about a month or so ago, in which everyone I've told this story to, including my father, has told me that I'm a horrible person.
Okay. It wasn't like The Ring, where everyone you told to then got murdered.
No, everyone I told the story to is the result was like shock and like, oh my god, I can't believe you did this.
I'm definitely
before you tell the story, you told the story initially. Did you think you did something good, or you just saw no problem with what you were doing? You just thought it was a funny story.
I thought it was a funny story. Well, you'll see when I tell it. I thought it was a funny story. I know I wasn't in the right, but I didn't think I was a horrible person.
And does the story result in any children ending up in the hospital?
Children, no.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
Start the story.
Okay, so this is about a month or so ago. It's early May. It was before. It was one night in May. It was about a month or so ago. Getting ready to go to bed. It was a nice, cool night, so I had my windows open. Right now, I go to bed, and I am laying there. I can't sleep, obviously, and I hear this noise, and I thought it was a gunshot at first, and then I heard another noise, and I go, no, that's not a gunshot, but I don't know what it is. So let me look out the window. So I look out the window, and okay, so you guys have seen where I live because you've seen the Stickman videos.
Yeah.
The condo or the unit that's the farthest away from me on the other side, complete diagonal, I'm in number 5 and she's in number 16. She's the last one on the other side. The door is open, and the light in the doorway is on, and the door is open, and the screen door is kind of loose and rattling around.
This is
sorry.
This is the apartment that's
It's 2 down from Stickman. Okay, and it's an old lady that lives there. So I look out and I see that her light's on, the door's open. And I'm like, all right, whatever. And then I see, I don't know if somebody hit it or if it was the wind, but I saw the door flapping, and then it hit, the door frame, and that's what the noise was. So I was like, all right, well, whatever. She probably I didn't see the lady, but I was like, oh, maybe she's taking out her garbage or whatever. So I get back in bed, and all of a sudden I hear, help. Somebody help me. Somebody call 911.
I've fallen. I can't get up.
Basically,
Yeah.
call 911, please. And it's not like on top. It's like drawn out, so it's like, help, I've fallen. Call
Wait.
911.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Because we saw this video. The stickman's apartment was across the way, across the parking lot.
Yeah, and she's and this one is farther to the left, so it's like exactly opposite from where I am. Like
You
I'm
could
as far.
hear
I'm the
her-
farthest one away from her.
You could hear her scream help from that far away?
Well, that's because I had the windows open and her door was open.
I mean, I
So-
understand. I understand that you had the.
Yeah.
But that's still a pretty loud scream.
I mean,
guess.
sound can travel more at night too.
Yeah.
Is that proven?
Well, because
Are you Dr. Science?
there's less ambient sound. You don't have cars and animals and stuff. Like you can hear. It's easier to hear stuff at night.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I hear her and I'm like, oh shit, it's the old lady. She must have fallen. So I get back up and I look out the window and I don't see her. So I'm like, well, she must have fallen in her doorway. Because I can't see her. Or she fell like behind the dumpster or something like that. And I'm like, well, so I made a split decision. I said, oh, listen, I'm as far away, like Mark just said, I'm as far away from her as possible and I could hear her. So everybody else must be able to hear her. So I just went back to bed. And I didn't do anything. So I'm laying there and I could hear her yelling some more for about another like 10 minutes or so. She's yelling and she's yelling for the lady that lives next door. She's calling her name. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, somebody's
You
going to
keep hearing her yell. And
Yeah,
you're like
I keep hearing her and I'm just like, somebody's going to call 911.
You know, this is a
Somebody's gonna
famous
call.
story that took place in the Bronx. That some lady got raped in like a big, massive like apartment complex, and everyone heard her, and they all assumed somebody else was going to call the cops, and
Yeah.
so the guy like walked away.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
what-
I went back to bed and I was laying there for another 10 minutes or so. And then all of a sudden it stopped. And I was like, well, she's either dead or somebody found her. So I laid there for another minute, kind of like, well, should I look? Do I want to get involved? Do I want to get involved? Do I want to look? And so finally I got up and I looked, and then somebody was out there, and I saw somebody on a cell phone, and they called 911.
Well, that's what they say. You also shouldn't say somebody help. You should like try. I mean, her situation. I guess she was in a weird situation, but like generally, if there's a crowd, you should point to someone and go, Can you help?"
Yeah. Well, she was calling the name of the lady that lives next to her.
Okay.
But so I told that story to my coworkers. I told them my dad, and he goes, "You didn't call 911. You're a horrible person."
Was it awkward when you were telling that story to her daughter?
No, but I haven't mentioned it to any of my neighbors that I've seen since then. So I don't know who. I actually didn't recognize whoever was out there. So I don't know who actually. And then like a minute or so later, I heard the sirens and the ambulance came and the fire truck and all that stuff. So I was like, all right, well, I guess I can go to sleep now. But
Any end result? Like, do you know how it turned out for her?
I haven't seen her since. I don't know. I mean, I don't think she died. Nobody. I think I would have found out if she died.
If
but,
only somebody
someone
called the
down-
cops.
She's literally like over the last like 3 months, she's literally fallen like 3 times. Like the cops like show up all the time.
If someone had just helped her out 8 minutes earlier.
But I was like, listen, I'm as far away from.
I
So-
honestly, I thought this story was going to be worse.
Yeah.
I mean, knowing
I mean,
you, I
yeah.
thought you were going to like get out the cam and start live streaming it.
Stickman goes in there and like beats her.
And Stickman was out there because I think he's basically living in there now. But he was out that night, and I'm thinking to myself, I hope he comes home and finds her. That'd be the best.
It
Wait,
would have been an
so-
amazing story if Stickman had actually rescued her.
So you
Bry
actually
stood
see
idly by when
Stickman.
Stickman proves himself.
You actually
What?
see Stickman on a regular basis now.
Oh yeah, his car's there all the time.
Are you like,
I
Yo,
haven't
Stick, what's
seen.
going
I mean,
on?
I've seen him through the window outside, but I haven't like run into him outside or anything. He kind of keeps
Yeah,
to himself now.
you haven't seen him where he's like, I've been waiting for you every day. Every day I wait for you at the gym. You do not show up. When are you
No,
gonna show up at the
he
gym?
hasn't brought that up. Although every day he wears the same white T-shirt and sweatpants, so
He
I don't know
sounds
if he
really
has a
cool.
job or not.
Maybe
Sounds
that's his superhero uniform.
It could be.
I'm Stickman and I have a weird superhero outfit.
So
You-
everybody said I'm a horrible person because I didn't call 911. But
Jay, do you think you would have called you in the same circumstance as Brian? As Bry, do you think you would have called 911?
I think I would have went out and looked.
there was a better chance of me calling 911 than actually going out there.
I mean, if the door was open, I think I would have looked. I don't know. What about you, Mark?
Yeah, I mean, I think I probably would have. Just because I remember the study, which you also remembered also, I probably would have tried to do something.
Yeah, I don't think that was a study. I think it really happened.
Well, sorry, you're right. It's not a study. Someone was really raped for this
I'm
study.
pretty sure the rape victim wouldn't
Well,
appreciate.
somebody was raped and then they studied it, so you're probably right.
Yeah. No, yes, you're right. It's not an actual study as much as someone was just like badly.
This woman
Whatever.
got violently raped, and Mark's like, "Wow, what an interesting study."
I think we're gonna have to it's only if you can duplicate the study do we know it's real. So someone else has to be raped also.
What's the control in this situation?
I just scream for help, but I'm not being raped, just beaten.
Okay, this got dark real quick.
So speaking of dark things, I wanted to talk about. We started talking off the air, but I'm just still amazed by this. So David Ortiz, by the way, do we know how David Ortiz's health is?
Did you
He's
just
been
say
upgraded
speaking
to
of?
good condition.
You just said speaking of dark things. Have you heard of David Ortiz?
Well, I'm not talking about his skin color. That's
Oh.
the fact that he was shot.
Oh,
That's pretty dark too.
Yes. Both his skin color and the fact that he was shot are dark in different ways.
okay. Yes, I saw.
So no. Speaking of dark things, I'm just going to name black people. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to name. Okay. Speaking of dark things, remember Martin from that show?
So yeah, apparently he was having an affair with like a drug king's girl or something like that, which seems like a really not smart thing to do.
No.
No. You feel like, I don't know. You're a Hall of Fame baseball player. Maybe you can get a different girl.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There's probably a few more that you could have went for.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
I'm not saying what happened to him is right. I'm just saying like maybe don't poke the bear.
Well, if the asshole that shot him would have just taken one more step before he shot him, the whole thing would be over.
Wait, what? Why?
Well, he shot him from like 3 feet away, but there was like nobody impeding it. Like he could have taken one more step, put the gun right to him, and
Yeah. How do you miss and not kill the guy?
Well, he didn't miss. It went through him.
Right. I guess how do you shoot someone and have no one stop you just keep shooting and you don't end up killing him?
Yeah, that's
maybe that's because why he was only getting $8,000.
Yeah, that's the bigger part of the story. The part that really blows my mind is the fact that it costs only $8,000. I think it actually was $7,800, but let's just say $8,000 to assassinate a Hall of Fame baseball player.
The guy clearly did his homework because he tried it in a public area with cameras. So that was a well-planned hit.
So, Brian, what do you think it would be cost? Like Thomas Nido, the Mets' backup catcher. How much does it cost to kill him?
I'd kill Brandon Nemo for free.
So how much do you think it costs, Jay? A backup catcher. How much is it going to cost? Okay, let's a sport that you give a crap about. How much does it cost to kill Landry Fields?
Landry Fields, a guy who was in the NBA for 5 years and did almost nothing.
Except for get a $21 million. Remember,
Well,
Toronto gave
thank
him
you for telling me who he was, Jay.
Toronto gave him a $21 million contract back when they were stupid. Yet the Knicks are still stupid. Toronto got smart and won the title.
Yeah, he was on the Knicks and he was a free agent, and Toronto knew we liked him, so tried to troll the Knicks by offering him $21 million, and the Knicks said no thanks, and they said, "Oh shit, now we have him."
And Knicks said, "We're not this stupid. We'll prove how not dumb we are by getting Bogdani from you later."
If you were the Knicks, would you trade the third pick for all those Laker picks that they just got?
Oh yeah,
oh yeah, that's a pretty good offer.
But not get any players. Just
Yeah, I would do that too.
that's
I
what
mean,
they should do.
that's 3 first-round picks. That's a lot.
yeah, and a pick swap.
Yeah, I went to the Atlanta. The Atlanta offered the 8 and the 10 pick. I wouldn't do that, but this I would do. Let's go back to not talking about Knicks because this is not the Knicks show.
Sorry.
Jay, yeah, you should be sorry, bro. You should know what show you're on.
Yeah, I mean, if a Hall of Famer,
Well, you don't let me on the show anymore because one guy disagrees with me. I didn't even trash the Knicks during that show. I don't know why everyone was picking on me.
So, Jay, would you rather invest your money in crypto or get a Hall of Fame baseball player killed?
so a Hall of Famer was 8,000.
He's not a Hall of Famer.
Is David Ortiz not a Hall of Famer?
No.
He's not going to be.
Is he not eligible yet? Or
He's not eligible yet. No, and he's not getting in. Well, he will get in because everybody likes him, but he's not really a Hall of Famer.
They won like
He'll get in now because he got shot. But
They won yeah, that's probably true. They won 3 titles, right?
yeah, but he's a designated hitter. If you throw a ball at him, he's going to turn his head and like a girl. He wouldn't know how to catch it.
He's pretty
Not a
good.
Baseball player. Yeah.
He had a pretty good career.
I mean,
He also tested positive for steroids before they had the steroids test, but that's another.
that's the
ball.
only reason the Red Sox
So,
even won a
do you want me just to call him an all-star baseball player? Is the fact that I call him a Hall of Fame? Like, if the Hall of Fame player would have been
Just call him a
9,000.
fat baseball player.
Okay, how much for a thin baseball
Isn't that
player, Brian?
redundant?
Maybe you can assassinate them based on pounds they weigh.
I mean, they're all pretty much out of shape and fat.
Jay, you just hate baseball.
It's,
Yeah, Jay's probably a bad person to ask on this.
Jay assumes they're all like they're like in a bowling league.
There's a
basically.
lot
They're all
of-
drinking beers during the game.
There's a lot of fat guys in baseball. Don't pretend there isn't.
There's not, basically.
There's a lot of people dying in the Dominican Republic anyway because all the liquor's poisoned, I guess.
The last time
Yeah.
I watched baseball, the Yankees had like 3 fat pitchers.
Well, Sabathia, who else?
I watched. That was way past my time. David Wells.
The last time that guy Babe Ruth guy looked like a chunky guy.
Okay, let's move on.
No, I just want to talk about how well, forget it. Whatever. This lost momentum. Just the fact that what you could get for $8,000 versus how much does it cost to kill Landry Fields, Jay?
I mean, you got to think it'd be like $250, right?
Yeah. And at that rate, wouldn't you just be like every paycheck you're like, I'll take a little bit extra and kill like a small time NBA player.
I mean, if you think about it, if 8,000's for David Ortiz, you could probably take out like your rival team's bench for around the same amount.
Right. Yeah. So you'd be like, oh, Golden State doesn't have a really good bench this year because some guy had 30 grand in the Dominican Republic and took out the entire bench.
They're suiting up 6 guys today because they all got assassinated for $17,000.
Like some dude just hits the daily double in the lottery. It's like, yeah, Oklahoma Thunder gonna die today. This is also predicated on them all going to the Dominican Republic.
Well, what if you had some elaborate plan, like he got on to press your luck, won a couple thousand there, all just to assassinate the bench of a basketball team?
Yeah, maybe that's what the Jeopardy guy's going to do.
Yeah, they're at the end oh, what are you gonna do with all your winnings? I'm gonna kill an entire baseball team. I just think it's insane how, and I understand the difference in the value there and all that, and $8,000 goes a lot further there. But it's insane that any one of us could afford to kill David Ortiz.
Yeah.
Or I could have before I invested in crypto.
Yes, so Brian, I could, and Jay is hoping that if Bitcoin goes up a little more, he can kill his own baseball player.
Although my crypto's back up to 6, so we're getting there.
Oh, so this is a big story. That leads into the big story.
Okay.
Are you up on the big crypto news? Tell me you're up on the big crypto news, Jay.
Are you talking
This is
about
the big.
Facebook
what do you say?
coin or whatever it is?
Yeah, the Libra.
Hmm.
Right, have you heard about this?
I heard that Facebook is starting a crypto. Yeah. That's all I know. I didn't read anything else about it.
Yeah. So the company that was so good at keeping your data private now wants all your money.
Yeah, I found that a little interesting.
That one's going to, if we don't buy it, it's going to skyrocket.
Yeah,
So-
and if we do, it'll get hacked. So we lose
Yeah.
either way.
So there are some differences between this and regular crypto. One of them is apparently every time if you want to buy crypto, when you give them the money is supposed to be stored in a bank account. And so every Libra that's on the market is backed up by a dollar that's in the bank, in theory. And this is supposed to help control the value so it doesn't fluctuate. And there's not going to be a limited supply. If you give them money, they keep giving you more Libra. You don't run out of Libra. You know how Bitcoin has there's only so many Bitcoin available.
Yeah.
There's also no mining of it. They just create it every time you want. You give them $1, they give you a Libra, basically.
That doesn't really sound like how crypto works. That just
Well,
sounds like a Facebook bank account.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does kind of just sound like you went to the arcade and traded your dollars for tokens.
Yeah, it's like Disney dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing Facebook dollars. It just sounds so weird. And they're like, this will make we're not going to tie our you're not going to be tied to some federal government, some government fiat money. Yeah, you'll be tied to some random company, some giant company that doesn't even get, no one's even elected in the company.
Yeah, this
Like, they
sounds
answer to
super
no one.
sketchy. This sounds like their exit game. Get everyone's money, and then okay, we're shutting the doors.
Yeah, they're like, okay, we've all given you like $8 trillion, and they're like, okay, we're gonna rule the world now.
Yeah.
What do you mean? We have all the money. We have Libra. Yeah, Libra aren't worth anything, so go fuck
I'm
yourself.
sure all that money's going to go right to Trump anyway.
You think they're gonna donate a lot of Libra to Trump?
I'm pretty sure the guys at Facebook are a little bit more left than Trump.
I don't understand what's the benefit of using if I want to pay Jay, I could.
You know what's going to happen? They're going to charge you to use Facebook, and they're going to take all that money.
Mm-hmm.
They should charge you to use Facebook. That would limit all the privacy issues. If you were paying for that, then they wouldn't have to like sell your stuff, or you at least would sign like some agreement saying, "You're going to sell my stuff."
Right, and then people wouldn't have 100 fake accounts.
Yeah,
It would also save us a lot of time because then we could stop promoting on Facebook.
we would just stop.
Oh, do we promote on Facebook?
I put the
Kind
links every episode.
of. I mean, we do free promotion. If you had if it cost you $10 a month to use Facebook, would you ever use Facebook again?
No.
I would assume you would lose like 80% of the users immediately.
They would lose billions of users, yeah.
Because they probably thought about this, and they just realized no one's going to fucking pay.
Well, yeah. I mean, what am I getting for $10 a month?
And once people start leaving, then everyone else is like, well, why am I still on this? And someone else is going to replicate just the site and just kind of like, freefacebook.com. Oh, that sounds better than payfacebook.com.
Yeah, exactly.
I just can't believe, I don't get the benefit of like, they're like, you can now use Libra to pay Uber. And I'm like, well, I could have used dollars before. What's the benefit?
Yeah,
If I
doesn't
want to
make
give
sense.
Bri money, I could click a button on Venmo or PayPal, and Bri has the money pretty darn fast.
Yeah.
I thought half the point of crypto was that it's anonymous and hard to track, but do you really trust Facebook to be anonymous and hard to track? Or
Apparently, to get Libra, you have to give like your like a government identification card, so it will not be anonymous.
yeah, exactly. I'm going to use Libra to get an Uber, and then the next day there's going to be ads on Facebook all over the place for Ubers.
For the strip club that I went to in the Uber.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like I guess they were concerned that you would use the Libra to start trading arms and like slaves and basically using all the terrible things that people use like the Bitcoin for. So they want to eliminate that by having everyone's identity like connected to their account.
That sounds like a really good excuse to get everyone even more data from people.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. Also, yeah. So now Facebook, you were worried about your privacy. Now Facebook tracks every purchase you make, how much you spend, how much money you have.
And they know where you spent it, like what physical location you're spending it in.
Like the like Target's like, hey, or I guess maybe or whatever company like Google's like, who should I market to? And they're like, well, Jay has this much money. Oh, I guess I won't market to Jay anymore. But like, it's just crazy. They'll have so much. How insane do you have to be to use this currency?
Yeah, no, it just reads scam all over the place.
Well, their first the other product they had pretty recently, or they still have the camera you put in your room.
Yeah, the spy cam.
The spy cam. Brian, you know what this is, right?
No, I don't think so.
Brian, you have an iPhone?
Yeah.
So you know like FaceTime?
Yeah.
So basically it's like FaceTime basically. It's like a big screen where you could like talk to your friends and they can like FaceTime with them, but it's through Facebook instead of through your phone.
Oh.
And,
I've never used FaceTime.
well, you know what it is though.
Yeah, I know what it is.
I mean, FaceTime is good in some circumstances. Like we use it to like so our like my kids can see their cousins when they talk to them. It makes it. I mean, there's some nice things about it. I wouldn't want to if like Jay called me and wanted to FaceTime with me. I would never speak to him again.
I just do it when I'm like, my girlfriend's like, can you pick up whatever vegetable? And I don't know what any vegetables look like, so I'll just FaceTime and face it at the vegetables. Is it this one? Is it this fucking thing?
Yeah, that's a very logical reason. That totally makes sense. I've done it for that also. And FaceTime is pretty cool, but like it's just like if your friends insisted on talking to you, like seeing you while you talk to you, you'd be like, why do you have to see me?
I love when people FaceTime at concerts. It's like, buy a fucking ticket, you cheap bastard.
Yeah.
Who at home really wants to watch? Oh, I wonder what it's like not being there.
Yeah.
I want to hear the concert, but I want to have it all like muffled and distorted through a cell phone.
Yeah.
I also love when people are FaceTiming as they're walking in Manhattan, like in the middle of the street. Like
During
your friend's gonna watch as you die.
Oh no, the best is when they're doing that and they start going down a subway stairs and then they realize they're losing reception, so they just stop on the stairs and then you miss your train.
People are assholes.
You mean you miss your train or they miss your train?
Everybody missed their train.
There was talk of making it illegal in New York City or Manhattan, I guess. I don't know if it's New York City or just Manhattan, to like talk on your phone or basically use your phone like text while you're crossing the street.
I'm all for that. People
I
ruined
mean, that
it.
seems like a really good law.
People have ruined cell phones. So any ban on any sort of cell phone use, I am all for now.
But so Facebook's ideas were so far put a camera in your bedroom and now control your finances.
They're not even
Control your
trying to
money.
be subtle anymore about spying on you.
Yeah.
It's really like The Onion The Onion could not come up with a funnier version of the products Facebook's going to launch.
Yeah.
What's next from Facebook?
They already got the bank account and your bedroom. It would have to be something with the toilet, right?
A toilet cam.
Yeah, I mean that's the only thing left.
Like Facebook comes up with a product where you're like, oh, so I stick this in my brain, and I have Facebook with me at all times. I don't know if I wanted this installed in my brain.
Yeah, I mean Facebook chip implants. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, maybe the next thing will be for girls. They could post when they their cycles as part of their profile.
it would be the chip in the brain would be like, oh, so I have a chip installed in my brain, and that way I don't have to type the password in when I go on Facebook. This is really convenient.
I'm surprised they haven't tried like retinal scans and stuff.
I'm not surprised. Well, so my wife has the which iPhone do you guys have? Do you guys have the one with the face scan, the
I
face
do.
ID?
No.
Yeah.
You do, Bri.
Yeah.
Is it helpful? What do you think of the face ID thing?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not bad. I mean, what do you have? Do you have the fingerprint or you have the
I
password?
have the fingerprint still. I'm the 6. I'm on 4 years with the 6. I'm trying to make it at least 5 years.
Same here.
But my wife has. What do you say, Bri? I mean, Jay.
Same here.
Yeah. So, but my wife has she gets it through work, and she has the one with the retinal ID with the face scan,
Yeah,
and she finds it as annoying as hell. She's like, "Why can't I just fucking touch it with my thumb and open the damn phone? I have to make sure, like, I can't be wearing sunglasses. I have to be looking at at the right angle, like."
Mine shows up like when I have my glasses on at work, or
ouch.
even in the dark. Like if I just kind of half look at it, it comes on.
I just noticed she finds it so annoying. Maybe it works better for you. I don't know. It just seems like the thumbprint was pretty goddamn easy.
I just got a new iPad, and that has the thumb thing, and I kind of like that better than the face. But there's no buttons on the new phone, so I don't know how they would do it.
I find the fact that they don't have any buttons anymore really, really annoying.
Yeah, every time I try and use my girlfriend's phone, I said I'm going to go with a Droid next time because I don't like any of those options.
I'll just keep taking whatever, however Facebook wants to. I'm sorry, however the Apple wants to shit on me. I'm just going to take it. Next phone they're going to release. Oh, the phone no longer has noise. There's no volume on it. There's no audio.
That's an extra.
Okay.
You need to buy an adapter to hear stuff.
Okay. The phone actually comes broken. You buy it, it comes broken, and if you pay extra, they'll turn it on for you.
It's our new vintage iPhone, complete with shattered glass.
The phone is literally just like a TI-2 calculator. I can't make a phone call with this, but I guess it's where technology's going.
Did you notice all the stuff that's going around on Facebook, all those games where it's like, how old would you look in 10 years? Or how would you look with this haircut?
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
People are doing all those things now. And to me, it just feels like a big facial recognition scam.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
How would you
I
look
don't know if
old? How would you look with a mustache?
Is
How
it
would
a
you look with
scam or
mustache?
just like I guess you still call it a scam when it's so obvious?
Apparently it's not obvious to everyone who's sharing these things.
Mm-hmm.
I've not done that, but
How would you look as a federal criminal?
Because they had one like, how would you look as the opposite sex? How would you look 10 years older? Like, there's all these different things that people are sharing.
How would you
around.
look if we stole your identity?
Yeah, I don't get like how people are just doing all these things and don't see that this is like clearly them just trying to get you in all sorts of, you can't wear a disguise anymore. Not that you'd want to, but I'm just saying, like, should the situation arise where you need to disappear, you can't.
I care about my privacy. I want to protect my privacy. Look here on Facebook says if I post a picture of myself naked, they'll show what I look like if I was a clown. This is great.
Yeah, exactly. If I post my social security number, they'll tell me what celebrity I look like.
It's great. They need to be better at privacy, but they're gonna have a camera in my bedroom at all times. But that sounds good.
I mean, Amazon got away with it, right?
Yeah, no, I realize Alexa probably is recording everything we're saying. There was one case where the Alexa was sending the people's messages to like the guy's boss. Was that part like concerns me? Somehow I'm going to be talking about someone, and like Jay's going to be like, "What the fuck?" I had to finally turn on Alexa, and all this is Mark talking about me.
Yeah, I don't know. I've had an Alexa and I haven't hooked it up in 2 years just because I'm scared.
Right? Do you have Alexa?
I do not.
I have to say I kind of like it. We have it just in our kitchen, and it's kind of like, I mean, it doesn't have many functions. I mean, the item itself is pretty cheap, but it doesn't like you could play music, set a timer. My kids like to ask it random questions. I mean, I know it's recording everything, but
so we don't need Jay. We could have Alexa record the podcast.
Yeah, exactly. We should play the podcast if we just did the podcast in the kitchen, Alexa would record it, and we probably have more people listening to it.
Alexa, put the kids to bed so I could do the show.
Turns out we have this giant audience in Amazon, Seattle. So I thought the Facebook thing was kind of pretty hilarious. Jay, have you ever thought about planting a seed?
Like a plant or like putting ideas in people's heads?
Well, I mean, like if you more than the rest, you've had a lot of bad luck, right?
What? What are you talking about?
I don't know. Yeah. So like you don't love your job.
You're on the wrong show, buddy.
So instead of investing all your, let's say, instead of trying to invest, say, in cryptocurrency why don't you try planting a seed to get yourself a better future?
Like an apple tree?
So there's these televangelists in Texas who basically are convincing people that instead of paying their mortgage, they need to plant a seed with them. And they give like donations that are like called seed, like $273 for a seed, a $333 seed. And that's going to turn around their lives.
If you say you're religious, you could get away with literally anything.
Like the story. I remember this is a long story. I'm not going to rehash the whole long story, but the people who are falling for this insanity. But like on the one hand, you're like these people, these religious people are such scoundrels trying to like exploit people in their worst times, because everyone in the story is fucking terribly poor and taking their last dollars to plant a seed, as it's called, as these televangelists call it. On the same time,
they don't even explain what the seed is for, right? They're just getting people that are so gullible. They're like, "Oh, a seed, yeah, that sounds good."
You plant a seed, whatever a seed is, and then good things happen to you.
Oh, it's a literal seed?
No, a figurative seed. Yes, a figurative seed. Okay. You basically, when you say the money is called the seed, so when you give $273, they have these random numbers. I'm sure there's some reason for the numbers, but $273.
It makes it sound more legit. Like they put some thought into exactly what it's going to be.
Yeah, exactly. So you plant a seed for $333. You were giving money to the church. And then good things will happen to you because you're doing a good thing by giving it to the church, even though you're giving it to complete the lowest human beings out there.
Isn't that literally what tithing is?
Yeah, I mean, that's literally what tithing is.
Exactly. They just figured out a new name because people caught on to tithing.
I mean, it's unbelievable. Like how you feel you hate the preachers. At the same time, you're like, how goddamn dumb are these people that give the money?
Yeah, there's a lot of stupid people out there.
Yeah, The family was going through tough time. Larry's daughter was seriously ill, and he had health problems of his own. His construction business was struggling, and to make matters worse, His van and his car broke down irreparably within the same week. When a local junkyard offered him $600 for the van, he thumbed the bills thoughtfully and remembered the rousing speech from the preacher. And he thought, should I pay my bills, help my family, or plant a seed?
I mean, it almost sounds comical, but he planted his seed.
Of course, the story's not written if the guy didn't plant the goddamn seed.
Oh my God.
Holy shit. And these people, like they show in this article again, there's a BBC.com where this article was from. The preacher's on public access with his crap, and people are falling for it.
Should we just be scam artists?
Yes, we should tell our listeners, Bri.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you're never, Bri. You have no religion, but like, do you think other people would fall for this shit? Could we find people to like say like you need to plant not a seed? If you plant a what other metaphor can we use, Jay?
Giving me money.
If you give a token of love, you'll get love back in lots of money version of it. A token of love. All our listeners out there, you give us a token of love, and you have to if you can give us $727, that's the magical number for token of love, and you'll get love back too.
I mean, it would work.
The guy estimated I think this can't be the same guy. He gave $20,000 to these preachers over the years.
So there's no law either against that because they're willingly giving it to you.
No, because the article does not end with the words, and the preachers were arrested and are now serving time. So I guess there's no law.
Because I can't think of a law they're actually breaking. You're not.
You're scamming people.
Yeah.
That's the law you're breaking. You're making up the entire. But I guess you're like, you can't be making up the religious stuff because anything religious.
They're religious people. They're scamming people every Sunday.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, tithing is just scamming people.
Because you can't prove whether good things happen because of it or not. It's like it's an unprovable lie. You can't say I'll give you a car and not give up a car. But if you just keep it vague and say good things, there's, what's a good thing?
Listen, Jay, you gave the token of love, and you were supposed to be involved in a terrorist attack, and you weren't.
Yeah, exactly.
So there you go. That was a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's vague enough where they get away with it, I guess. We live in great times, don't we?
We should be the people. It's almost like what the mafia does. Like, it's sort of the opposite, where it's like, give us money and we won't do anything bad to you.
Protection.
Yeah. So we should get involved with these people and like threaten the people that are making.
How do you threaten them? You're like, I'm going to tell everyone what your scam is, and they're like,
no. The people that are planting the seeds, like,
I'll expose you on the Brink of Sanity podcast.
No. So like the people that like, all right, so somebody gives like 20 grand so that good things will happen, and then like we show up and like try to mug them, but like they get away, and then they're like, oh, because I planted that seed, I got away, and then we get a cut of that,
Oh,
so
yes.
So this other guy in the story, he had been like drug addicted or alcohol, some major issues.
Wait,
but
Mark, you don't want to be their wingman?
Yeah, sure. He follows Christ's path. He becomes hypnotized by the host, and he becomes really involved in this, like donating money and he believes that these people are out to really help people. So then in 2013, his daughter's health became really poor. She got really sick.
He didn't tithe enough.
But he said, I put all this money into seeds, and things weren't flourishing. So then he writes a letter to the ministry saying, "Listen, I'm broke. My daughter's bills. She's very sick. She's costly treatments for whatever she has. They don't mention what she has. Can you really help? I know you said you guys really help people." They say no. They apparently writes to lots of different ministries. They all say no. They all say things like, we get lots of letters every day. If we helped everyone, we'd have no money. We wish we could. We can't help everyone.
Or anybody.
Or anybody.
Yeah.
I mean,
So that means you can't get your money back.
so then the guy apparently, this same guy, watches an episode of Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, and he finds out, he's like, he didn't realize this all was a scam. And apparently John Oliver's episode talked about this. He learned from John Oliver how he'd been scammed.
Well, that's funny.
I found that kind of interesting.
That is interesting. It raises so many more questions.
I mean, everything. Yes, there's like tons of basically religion. Anything religious in our country should have follow there should be a warning after it, like they have on packets of cigarettes.
Right. So, yeah.
Nothing against religion at all. I'm just saying that there's good stuff in religion, and then there's a lot of negative stuff.
So, what made him believe the John Oliver show? Well, apparently he just believes anything he sees. So
it opens his eyes. Then he goes to the library, does research, and it's just a pretty long article for me. I've read every part of the article.
I'm pretty sure that guy went nowhere near a library.
It says he went to the library. I don't want to repeat the entire article, but it basically, he goes to the library, does a lot of research, realizes it's all just a lot of bullshit, and I don't know why you need to go to a library to realize the people on TV are lying to you.
I just read the book. People on TV are lying to me, and I was like, "Wow."
Do you have a section of the library devoted to giving all your money to people from church and not getting any benefit out of it?
In fact, we have a whole section.
I don't really understand. Apparently, whatever comes on TV, he believes. Basically, he was like he right before he gave all of his money to the church, he was giving all his money to the Lucky Charms. They're like, oh, he's lucky. I'll buy all Lucky Charms and I'll be lucky. Anyway, so that's what you should. So you think we should partner with the preachers?
I think that's definitely Bry's idea.
This is supposed to be our Shark Tank episode.
Yeah, you scare the people into thinking that they got lucky and that good things are happening. Like you stage a botched mugging or robbery or something. They get away, and then they're like, "Wow, good things happen to me because I pissed away all my money."
And then we get a cut.
Yeah. The only thing is all these preachers are already getting the money without the fake crimes.
Yeah, but we're letting them get more.
Okay, so they're apparently making billions of dollars as an industry.
Mm-hmm.
They'll make even more billions if we could just perform some fake crimes without going to jail.
Right. This is like the guerrilla marketing version of helping scammer priests.
Okay.
Let's put it in the maybe section.
The maybe section. So let's move on to so we had some themes for the episode. One of the themes that we talked about last episode is between Jay, Bry, and I, we're not what they call successful. And while other companies are out there making fake meat and making billions and billions of dollars off of fake meat, there's got to be something we can do to make money. So this is our Shark Tank episode. And Bry apparently starts the episode off by saying, kicks it off by saying, we should partner, commit fake crimes for fake priests. Jay, what do you got?
I did a different bit.
That was all I got, and I just made that up on the fly. So
I'm going to bring up. So we kind of talked about this last episode, but I really think we should do this because I think this would be great. The Jay Hates Work podcast. 10 minutes every morning to start your day with a story from Jay's work or Jay's life in general to make you feel better and more motivated for your life.
I got an email today that said, from one of my managers, that said, "Can you call me?"
Okay.
Sitting next to her phone, not calling me, emails me to tell me to call her.
Yeah, I've seen that though before.
You have?
Well, I've never gotten that, but so you call her.
And she didn't answer.
Well, I've gotten from clients, like people saying, "Can you call me?" And then you call them, they're right there. Because they feel like they don't want to call you. They're like...
No, a client is different than your manager.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to... I've gotten from, clients, yeah.
Yeah.
Or I've got an IM. Are you free to speak? And then you like message them. Then you call them.
Yeah,
and that's like a.
That's different. That's different than typing out an email saying, "Can you call me?" when you could just call me.
And they can't speak when you. They just want to know if you can call.
Just write back. Yeah, I can, but I'm not going to.
Yes, I can.
Well, I emailed back and said I called you.
So wouldn't it be great? You start your morning off with like that podcast, like Jay just telling that 5-minute story, like, and we put a commercial. Each episode could be really short, and you listen to that and go, "Oh, my boss, like everything sucks," but I hear Jay stuff, and I kind of feel better about my job.
I'm not even
Like-
joking. I can have at least 2 stories like that every single day.
You're like, "Oh, I don't love my living situation. My roommate's kind of a dick, but I don't live in black mold. So again, things are better for me." Brian, would it motivate you more? Would it motivate you more going to your job if you heard a 5-minute story from Jay every morning?
This episode brought to you by Indeed.com.
Exactly. I think this should get a lot of downloads. We can make a lot of money off of Jay. We need a better title than Jay Hates Work, but I don't know what that better title is.
Work hates Jay.
That could be Work Hates Jay.
It's not a bad
But
idea.
it's all about like comparison. If everyone around you has worse jobs than you, everyone you know in your circle, then you feel better about your job. If everyone you hung out with was like billionaires, you'd feel pretty shitty about yourself.
Yeah.
So Jay is that friend that makes you feel better.
I could
Sorry,
put-
Jay,
I could-
we're not picking on you or anything.
Well, no, I could upload it to the motivational section in podcasts.
Yeah, it's because everyone does motivational stuff. They're like, you should get a side hustle. You should, in your spare time, you should learn how to like computer program or like whatever else people do that are successful. This is like, here, you're fine working at the grocery store because at least things are better for you than Jay.
I got it. I know exactly what to do.
What?
Have you guys heard of that website Cameo?
No.
Jay?
I don't think so.
All right, so Cameo.com is this brilliant idea of a website where you can go on there and they have minor celebrities.
Oh yeah, I have
And
heard of that.
You can pay like anywhere from like $5 to like $1,000, and your favorite celebrity will
Do something.
record a message for you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to whatever. So Jay should have that. And it'd be like, so you go on there and it's like, Jay, just got out of like a real shitty meeting. And then you do like a video clip of like a meeting story that you have to make me feel better about my shitty meeting.
Can you go on Cameo.com and pay one of the minor celebrities to kill David Ortiz?
I don't know. Maybe.
Or is that not one of the well-publicized sections of the website?
Yeah, I think it's just video messages.
Okay, I didn't know if maybe you can get minor celebrities that are like
You might be
What
able
they're
to.
really-
You might be able to get a minor celebrity to do a video clip of them like putting out a hit on David Ortiz.
Would it be if like weirdly funny if like David Ortiz was like shot by like Dolph Lundgren?
He gets stabbed by Gilbert Godfrey.
So basically, I'm on the site now, and so you're basically paying like not even that
Depends on-
much money to some of these people, and they're
It
giving you a video
depends.
message.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like this, so Snoop Dogg's on here. Does Snoop Dogg does he need money so much that he's doing this goddamn site? Does anyone on this thing really need this much money?
There are some people that do need the money. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, if they need the money, I'm totally fine. Like if you're a minor celebrity that you're like kind of just getting by anyway, that's totally
There's like
fine.
wrestlers and like reality TV stars and like washed up singers and movie stars and
Charlie Sheen is on this. Charlie
Yeah.
Sheen is probably worth $150 million.
his thing's pretty high if I remember.
But still, like, why does he really have to be?
Well,
on
I mean,
this?
how much money do you think he's spent on drugs and hookers? He might need the money by now.
I think for $150 million, you could have as much drugs and hookers. You could have all the drugs and hookers you want, and you'll be
Well,
fine.
Now he needs
He
now
said
he needs it for
challenge
HIV
accepted.
medicine. So
Well, now that's just got dark. Troy Aikman's on this. I mean, I guess they also probably pay extra just to get these celebrities on here to make the site.
yeah.
Have you ever done this?
No,
I was thinking about doing it.
I was looking into it for my girlfriend's birthday, but I couldn't find anybody that she liked.
So what celebrity would you have? They'll say whatever you want. or give or take.
I think maybe we can get someone to advertise for the podcast.
Yeah. Could we get Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to like advertise our Knicks show?
Is there a Nick? I was just thinking
There might be
maybe
some
a Nick
old
show
Knicks.
be better.
Browse
than a
our talent. Maybe they'll have Landry Fields on here.
Nick. We could probably just call Landry Fields at this point.
Gilbert Godfrey, Michael Rappaport. That's pretty good.
Rappaport's a big Knicks fan.
$150. $150. Less than it costs to kill David Ortiz. Much less. Andy Dick is on here for $99. Flavor Flav for $250. I imagine also it's a lot different than basically them advertising, endorsing your products a lot different than them. They just give a little message here, probably.
I think it's supposed to be like, "Hi, Mark, how you doing?" I'm Michael Rappaport. Happy birthday. It's supposed to be something like that.
We should have did one of those when Jay passed the CPA, Mark.
My wife loves or like likes the housewife stuff. They have Bethany Frankel on here for $275. There's yeah, but they've Sean Rudy. Rudy's on here for $250.
That's not bad. All right, we got an email from Felipe.
Okay.
And he writes, "You should review Tony Levin's album, Stickman." So there's a real album called Stickman. Bry sounds exactly like Matt from Chapo Trap House. I don't know what that is.
Chapo Trap House is, if you go on, they're a very, very left-leaning liberal podcast. The guys on the show apparently, like, they were all avid posters on Twitter, kind of connected on Twitter and started a podcast. They currently, through Patreon, make, I think it was like $112,000 per month.
Damn.
Last I checked. So they're making over $1 million a year with their podcast. Just through releasing the podcast. They also do like live events. They are goddamn killing it with their podcast.
Wow. And we lose $100 a year.
$100,000 or $100?
Just $100, but
okay. So basically, these guys, they are the ultimate podcast success story. Anyway, I've listened to that show. Sometimes it's hit or miss. Sometimes it's pretty good. They also what they do is every other episode they do one free episode, then one paid episode, then one free, and then one paid.
mm-hmm.
So that's how they encourage people to pay the Patreon. One of the guys, he's not like one of the main guys in the show, but he jumps in every once in a while. And when he jumps in, it's like this liberal version of I don't know, liberal, just this well-educated politically. The guy sounds so much like Bry. It's hilarious. Bry, you should listen to the show just to hear this guy.
I'm gonna have to.
He has also it's your same like sarcastic. There was some episode I was listening to about healthcare, and they were talking about Republicans want some kind of market-based idea, and the guy was like, "Yeah, the idea they want is Obamacare." They said it like how you would have said it in your sarcastic. I swear, I was like, Bry is on this show. I swear this is Bry.
New York Knicks: Ron Baker, Alonzo Trier, DeMar Johnson, Lance Thomas, Kadeem Allen.
How much is Lance Thomas?
Temporary unavailable.
Oh, okay. Well, the Knicks just cut him.
No, that's probably why he's unavailable.
Ron Baker's not on the team either.
Let's see if Ron Baker is on. How much is Ron Baker?
He's not on the team. Shouldn't we get we're not going to do
Ron
this.
Baker is unavailable.
Anyway, he also writes, "Excellent work with your obscure comedians a few shows ago. Through Chad Daniels, I also found Brandel Posey. People should check out her stuff on YouTube."
But Trier is $100, and he is available.
All right.
I started listening. Jay, are you the one that recommended Chad Daniels?
No, that must be
No, it's me.
Oh, I started listening to him. He's not bad.
Yeah, I like him.
And he writes, "Here are some upcoming shows likely to develop cult followings, potential review candidates if Greedy Jew Mark ever shells out for a PlayStation." So,
Wait. Do you think he's talking about me in particular when he says Greedy Jew Mark?
I don't know. It wasn't. It was pretty subtle. I don't know.
I wish he would be a little more clear about who he's talking about. Sometimes it's kind of confusing.
It's been a while since you got called a Jew. Well, all Steven's alter egos disappeared with Steven. Interesting.
At least on the show, anyway. I don't know about in real life.
Yeah.
Did you read my email exchange with the from today?
No.
You can do that next.
So the shows are Horror Story, which is Horror Store, is coming on FX. Penny Dreadful, City of Angels, Showtime. Ringworld, which is going to be on Amazon. Culture, which is also Amazon, and Lovecraft Country.
Are these
HBO.
shows he's recommending us to watch or like talk about in the show?
We were talking about doing a show.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, he's saying that they could be cult shows.
Okay.
We were talking
If
about.
he could narrow it down to the one that's actually going to be a cult show, so we don't have to watch all of them.
Well, we
Yeah.
were talking about a phenomenon, not a cult.
No, a cult show would be good. Anything like if it gets a solid audience, like even if you were doing the Stranger Things podcast, that wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, a good audience and maybe like 5 seasons that would get a following.
Yeah, I mean the chances are we're not seeing a Game of Thrones level show again for a long time. I mean, it could be obviously it's something tomorrow could come out that's going to be big, but just because everyone's viewing is so diverse, or just like it'd be really hard for one show to capture so much attention.
True. I mean, those shows come around once every 10 years or so. Lost was like that.
Yeah, Lost was huge.
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad was huge.
I
And
mean,
Breaking Bad also, the interesting thing about Breaking Bad was no one even knew the show existed for the first season.
yeah.
And even the second season, people barely, and like it caught on almost because like it was a really great show. That was on Netflix on the time when people started binging shows, and like a good part of the audience saw it for the first time on Netflix.
Yeah, I think I didn't start until season 3 was about to begin.
Yeah. But it was like you would have started that you would have said, like, let's follow the show Breaking Bad. I bet it'll develop an audience, and you'd be doing it, and you'd be like, no one even gives a shit about Breaking Bad. And by the middle of the second season, you would have dropped it from our show, and then it would have taken off, and you'd be like, God damn it!
Remember when we picked 15 shows and none of them made it?
None of them are. The only one that had any life to it was the Tim Allen show.
No, the new girl.
Oh yeah, I think did the Tim Allen one last longer?
Tim Allen one's still on.
Yeah, it's still on.
Okay,
Season 7, I think.
but we were right. All those shows were terrible.
Yeah.
There was one show about some going back in time to hang out with dinosaurs.
That
Another
was
one
of the
where it
better
was like
ones.
it was Playboy Airlines or something like that.
Yeah, that was so bad.
Oh yeah, that lasted like one episode.
Yeah.
And like there'd be shows I'd be like, Jay, just stick with it. Let's watch a second episode. Come on. And Jay's like, this is shit, and Jay was right.
The one show I liked, it was like the Paranormal Activity people, and they did a reality cam show.
I never remember that one.
Yeah, it was like they were on the Amazon River or something. It was pretty good.
Oh, okay. Oh, I know what you're talking about. It wasn't like it was a fictional show though.
Mhm.
Yeah, that one I didn't watch it, but it was supposed to be decent.
Yeah, but it got canceled after the first season.
Yeah.
All right, Felipe writes, it would be cool if you could take a short list of politicians and identify what their respective theme songs or theme albums should be. It would also be cool if you could only pick songs from genres that Jay is really into. You could also try to identify what each politician would think their theme song is. Example, President Jay thinks his theme song is yada yada yada, but his real theme song would be blah blah blah.
So Jay's genre would be
Weezer?
European bands that no one's ever heard of.
No, I'll be Weezer.
Just every song is a Dandy Warhol song. I did a few, if you want to.
Okay, so why don't you name the politician?
I thought we were gonna collectively pick like a few people and try to come up with them. So we never followed up on that. So I didn't do anything about
I
it.
thought we were doing a Shark Tank episode, so I didn't do your damn Epstein list. Why don't you tell the politician, see if Brian and I can come up with anything funny, and then you tell us what you actually came up with.
Okay, sounds good. Bernie Sanders.
Wow, this bit's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm as liberal as
Are you just making up sentences? Like, it's not songs.
What song is about? Is there a song about that goes free healthcare for all? Doo-dah, doo-dah. Living on a prayer and healthcare.
Okay, I mean, I guess you could just throw healthcare into other songs. Stairway to Heaven, healthcare.
Hey, Jude, I need healthcare.
All right, this is what I picked for what he thinks his song would be?
Hey, I saved the world today. Everybody's happy now. The bad things gone away.
All right.
So obscure songs no one's heard of. Go on.
It's the Eurythmics.
Oh, okay. So crappy 80s bands.
Yeah, apparently they're still making music because that came out last year.
Okay.
I was like, why does she look so old? And I looked at the year and I was like, oh yeah, it just came out.
Are these all going to be obscure songs that no one's heard of? Because it's more fun if you pick a song that like anyone else knows.
Bernie Sanders is a little obscure because it was harder to do, but the rest of them you'll know. And this is what his song actually is.
If you want it anytime, I can give it. But you better hurry, cause it may not last.
All right. This is a great
That's
bit,
pretty
right?
good choice.
Bryce, this bit awesome.
It would have been if we all contributed to it. It's
Okay.
kind of hard to just randomly try to think of a song in 2 seconds for somebody.
Maybe we'll be inspired by the next one.
Maybe.
Okay. Let's do Trump. Do you want me to do it, or do you guys want?
Well, we'll come on.
Trump thinks his song is the national anthem.
Yeah, he thinks the song is. What's that one where I'll put a boot up your ass or something like that? Like
I don't know that song.
no, the guy, the song like the very patriotic, like I'll put a boot up. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think I know what song you're. I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't know the song.
It's like a terrible country song. But what about his?
How about "My Way" by Sinatra?
That's a pretty good one.
What about the "I'm an Asshole" by Dennis Leary?
No, we're doing well. That could be his real song. What song does he think is his song?
I can't follow which version of. I just want to do a song that relates to the guy.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
The thing is, we're doing what song he thinks he is and what song he really is.
Okay. So what song he thinks he is?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll play your song, Jay.
Okay. This one is Weezer. There you go. Greatest man that ever lived.
So, two things. First, that does fit. That's a pretty good one. Second, did you sing that Weezer song yourself? That was awful.
Weezer's gone downhill a little bit recently.
Holy shit! You're just thinking like, I'm gonna take the worst of the Eurythmics and the worst of the Weezer. Like this bit should be called the worst songs by artists you've heard of.
All right, this is what his song actually is. This song Bri will know and Mark will not know, I bet.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Good choice.
I'll turn you into me. I'll turn you into me.
Is that a less known Beatles song?
that was the B side of Hey Jude.
Okay, cool. Who's that?
Henry Rollins.
Oh, I could have guessed that actually. Not that I know Rollins, but like that sounds like Henry Rollins. Not that I know. Let's go on to the next politician.
Okay. Hillary.
By the way, are we going to do all 20 Democratic candidates?
I did 5 people.
Okay.
Hillary Clinton.
By the way, people are criticizing. So the debates are coming up. Next week is the first Democratic debate.
Yeah.
And it's going to be 2 sets of debates, each with 10 people. So a total of 20 people got the debates. 3 people did not make the debates. And I was reading the comments on New York Times, and some people are like, this is crap. There shouldn't be so many people in the election. With only 5 people that really matter. How do you say people like it's a free election, but only 5 people are allowed to run?
Right.
I've already decided before we voted which candidates matter.
People complain that we don't have enough choice, and then when we do, people complain. So
This is too hard for me to figure out if a lot of people want the job. Okay, so Elizabeth Warren.
No, Hillary Clinton.
Hillary
Oh, Hillary Clinton's not even running. What, you did a song about her?
yeah. The
Okay.
question said politicians, not people who are running right now. What
Okay,
am I
well,
supposed to
great.
pick a song for Buddy Gig? Like,
I assumed we were doing. I was trying to think of the most, like the least and most offensive song I could do about him.
I would think
Uh,
"Loser" by Beck would pop up.
yeah,
That's the Hillary song actually. That's a good one, Bri.
yeah, that's it.
Uh,
I almost went with that. That is a good one.
Is there a song called "The Worst Candidate Ever"?
I almost picked the song "I Blew the Easiest Winnable Election of All Time."
The song "The Guy's Grabbing a Pussy and Still Beats Me."
Yeah, I got way too cocky, way too early in the race.
So
I love one-piece navy blue blouses or business suits, whatever the hell she wears. What is the thing?
well, I know what she is for. Well, I have a song that would be about from all the people that voted for her the day after the election. It would be "Tears in Heaven." Okay, so Jay, just do your song.
All right, this is what she thinks she is.
You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best around. And nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the
Why is the audio quality so
Oh,
terrible?
I got a good one for Trump.
But hang on. Why is the audio quality so terrible?
I'm going off of YouTube, not my music, so
Okay. Because like it's every time you're playing a song, it sounds like we're listening to it in your garage.
I can't queue everything up in iTunes, so I had to pull up YouTube videos for everything.
Okay. And so that's what she thinks she is. And so I assume you have a song that goes, "You're the worst. You're the worst."
You're the worst around. I picked this one.
I want it all. I want it all. I want it all. And I want it now.
And then she got
That's pretty good.
I just thought I want a good one for Trump.
Yeah, sure.
Sabotage.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Is there a song called "I'm a Russian Agent"?
I did Biden.
Yeah. Biden. Let's see.
Biden. "One Night in Bangkok."
I touch myself. No, I touch others.
I touch others.
Shake your rump. No. Let's see. Biden.
I almost want that Leonard Skinner song. Hey, little girl, what's your name?
Stacy's mom's got it going on.
He likes him a little younger than Stacy's mom.
No, but that's not him. I think there's no allegations that he likes young girls. It's just he likes all girls.
There's a lot of clips of him being pretty inappropriate with young girls.
Like how young?
Like 9.
I'm pretty sure that clip doesn't exist.
Go to InfoWars. They made a compilation of it.
On InfoWars, they're like, "See, he's got an alien head. We haven't doctored this video at all. Look, in this video, he's killing lots of Vietnamese."
Joe Biden. Girls, girls, girls.
Girls, girls, girls.
There you
Yeah.
All right, I just picked for what he thinks he is just a patriotic song. I'll just play a few seconds of it.
And I'm proud to be an American.
That's the song.
That's the song. That is Lee Greenwood. God bless the USA.
Oh, I thought that was the Trump song I was thinking of. Okay, whatever.
It's probably the same thing. And then this is his song.
Show me the way to the next little girl.
That's pretty good.
Don't ask why. Show me the way to the next little girl.
You get the idea.
Okay.
And the last one is Lindsey Graham.
Okay, so you're just really not going with the candidates for the election.
I did Biden's running. Trump's running. I don't know when.
I'm sure the theme of this is basically him like being gay.
I don't know. We'll find out.
Clearly, that's what your joke.
Like, we'll find out if he's gay, or we'll find out what your song is.
Both.
Oh,
Okay.
Well, I mean, you get it. So this is what he thinks he is.
I am a real American.
Okay.
Fight for the rights of every man.
That's Hulk Hogan's theme song,
yeah.
Yeah.
and this is his song. All right, that was fun.
Yeah, that wasn't bad. It was a pretty good bit.
Thank you.
Jay,
for
could you read my email exchange from today?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's on the Knicks page. Then go to the Knicks email.
This isn't the next show.
Whatever. Just read it anyway. I write it so Jay will look at it later. Or I think I actually write for my own amusement, and I don't even care if Jay actually looks at it.
Are you talking about Hamza?
Yeah.
I got to change the email so it doesn't say my full first and last name.
It says Jay's full name and has a picture of Jay.
It says, "Hi, Jason. How are you doing?" And it says, "Please find attached audit report showcasing our initial research on your website."
Oh yeah, so they sent an email we get a million of these emails saying they want to do some way to make our website better, services to us. And so I just responded yes, just that one word, and this is their response to my email of yes.
Yeah, he wrote, "Did you get a chance to look at the reports?" Mark wrote yes. And then you just wrote a whole thing. "Dearest Hamza, is it really that big of a deal that I get generic cereal? I mean, Cocoa Krispies and the generic chocolate crisp taste the same. Should I really have to pay $1 extra to get some Rice Krispie Little Men on the cover of my cereal box so I can fit in with the neighbors? People really shun me because I understand economics of cereal and don't need the brand name Gucci on my cereal to enjoy it? Our neighbors are just elitist, expecting us to eat the same brand cereal as they do, and I'm not going to miss a mortgage payment to make nice. I'm going to strike the first blow for generic cereal freedom by taking a poop on their lawn. Are you with me? Love always, Jay, too legit to quit chicken fried rice." And he wrote back, "I am sorry I didn't get you."
I love the idea this guy's really reading my email.
I thought you were pretty clear about your stance on cereal.
You thought I was what?
I thought you were pretty clear on your stance on cereal. That's the truth.
And then I responded. I was hoping you would respond to this one.
"I'm working on a project and really need your help. Can you answer the following 3 questions? 1, what is your favorite flavor of ice cream? 2, is a tomato a fruit or vegetable? And 3, should Jews be allowed to vote?" Best, Jay, the Body Snatcher.
Again, a picture of Jay with his full name.
Jesus Christ. I'm gonna finally get a job offer and then not get it because of this email stuff.
Jay's gonna walk in. "We were gonna make you our head of accounting, and then we found this email chain from Hamza. It really wasn't me. It has your full name and picture."
Hamza was our plant to see how you interact with others. Or I'll go into an interview and it'll be Hamza interviewing me.
Answering all your questions.
I think you should be allowed to vote. I was just asking the question. That's all. Just posing a question.
All right. So I think we've run pretty long today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Can I give my other Shark Tank ideas real quick?
Sure.
I had 2 other ideas that we didn't get on the show. Okay, so you know how you have to pay bills, and it's kind of annoying.
Mhm.
Sure is.
So what if you could have a program that just pays all? I mean, it connected to your bank account or your credit card, and it pays all your bills, and you don't have to monitor this shit. You don't have to write you don't have to write checks. You don't have to worry about when something's due. It alerts you if your bank account's running low.
You mean like auto pay on your bank account?
Yes. But instead, it's one system where everything is tied to. You can see all the auto pays. It's a central program.
Pretty sure I saw a commercial for that yesterday.
Go to hell.
A guy sits down on his couch and it shows all his streaming services, and then it tells him which ones he's not using. And
That was for Wells Fargo bank account.
so you just pitched Wells Fargo bank account?
Apparently, yes. Without the part where they steal your money.
Okay.
Okay, my other way. It's really hard. I was sitting around trying to think of this. It's really hard to think of a good idea.
Yeah, you
I
came
know.
out with like the hardest bit ever. That's why I did my other one.
Yeah.
So you know what? You know Pinterest, which we've been trying to figure out, and we haven't figured out, and it's made billions of dollars.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So what I understand the Pinterest site is that you find stuff you like and put it on a site, and then other people go, "Wow, that's cool. You like that," and that's the site.
End of
Well,
conversation.
Yeah, that's the end of the conversation. So I want the exact opposite site. I want hate Pinterest. So you find something online that you hate, you post it there, and then everyone bitches about these people.
Yeah, the hate trend is starting to. I heard they opened up a dating site, and you just list all the things you hate, and you find somebody who hates things in common with you.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Oh, that was a whole Jay Moore like comedy bit. Like how to choose your mate was like you find you like it's not about you liking the same things, about you like you hating the same things.
Isn't that what religion is all about?
I don't know. I mean, also the answer to what's that service called where everyone goes on it and like hates everything? It's called the internet. But
It's called the comment section of any website.
every goddamn website. You know what I find amazing? So like people will like get annoyed, like they're on Twitter and someone writes a bad comment, they get like they have to block the person, or like they get so annoyed about the comments that they're made to them on Twitter.
Mhm.
There are people complaining about this all the time.
Mhm.
Whatever you think about the president of the United States, the president of the United States goes on Twitter and 80,000 people every day tell him to go fucking die. We hate your guts, and that's just in a public forum. The people are telling the president every day.
Yeah, I mean it is pretty interesting.
It's so funny too, like when the president tweets and then like people reply to him like they think he actually is gonna read it.
Yeah.
They're like, "You should resign." Like he's gonna be, "Oh, shit, I probably should resign."
Oh.
This guy's right.
I wonder if every day he just tweets something and then his phone explodes because of all the replies.
And what if what if he has it on the alert? Like, you get alerts when someone replies to your to Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't do that. I can't believe you basically your phone, like the front screen, you get an alert to it when someone replies on Twitter.
Yeah, we get like 2 a day. It's not a big deal.
I mean, I guess it's not that big of a deal. that is true. But only time I find out about things on Twitter is when if I go on Twitter. I don't like let the alerts go through because I think that'd be really annoying.
Yeah.
But
not on
it'd
our
be great.
accounts.
It'd be great if Trump's phone is just vibrating the entire day.
I really
he
think
can't
it would
he's in
break.
a meeting. He can't shut it off. These people on Twitter keep responding. I don't understand.
He doesn't know the password to get in there to undo it.
You know what we should do? We have that fake Trump account. We should you should go on Twitter. Every person that says something negative to Trump, you should reply to.
That was the idea of that fake Twitter.
No, but reply to, but like try to convince them it's real. Like they're like,
Yeah.
go fucking die. Oh yeah, you think so? Now I'm replying. What do you think now?
That's not a bad idea. We haven't tried that approach yet.
Yeah, just have people. I mean, probably something would. I don't know if we want to really try to impersonate him, but people would be shitting. Someone would shit their pants, basically.
Yeah, I remember that lady like last year. She got all freaked out, and she's like, "Oh my God, Deborah, you see what he said to me?"
Yeah, there was one back and forth. I remember just being like, "This person has no idea that's not really him."
That
You know
was
what?
the best
It's
moment
also-
on that Twitter.
Donald Trump, every president seems to be, at least on the Republican side, whatever you want to say about the Democrat, every president from the Republican side seems to be more of an asshole than the one before. So the next guy after Trump is going to start fighting with people on Twitter. Like he's going to be like, he's going to spend all his day calling people cunts on Twitter.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you're like, and that'll be your new norm, is that the president called you a cunt, basically. You're like, oh, okay, that's great.
So what's your what's your last pitch? Is it City Bikes?
No, that was I only came up with 3. It was the hate. A page devoted to same idea as Pinterest, where you post stuff, but like if you post things you hate, which I guess probably is Reddit also. So fuck it, it's all gone.
So you got mad that we didn't do our top 5, but you only did 3, and 2 of the ideas exist.
Yes, it was hard. It's a hard bit that I wasn't very good at.
Well,
I
if,
like-
if we were
we
good at
did-
starting business ideas, we'd probably do that and not stay at our shitty jobs.
Yeah, well, it was better when we were doing comedic versions of this. I think the Jay podcast is probably the best idea I have. Jay, every morning, every day, do you want to do a different podcast, basically about things that are horrible in your life?
The only part I don't like about your idea is that I do 100% of the work.
Yeah, you know what? I don't even need me. You just record it without me and give me credit.
But the three of us all get EP credits.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
I have a great idea for a Shark Tank invention: indoor plumbing.
So I saw, actually, this is what I thought was hilarious. So there was one day I was on some adult sites on the web, and there was an ad came up, and it was like a big penis pill, but it was like they were pretending it was like on Shark Tank. It was like as seen on Shark Tank, and they have images of all the people on the show, and like they're and I just thought that was hilarious. I was like, is anyone looking at this being like, oh, I forgot when that was pitched on Shark Tank?
Shark Tank After Hours.
I thought that was really funny.
That is funny. All right, so that's our show for today. thebrinkofsanity@gmail.com is our email. Brinkofsanity3 is our Twitter. And
Hey, Bri,
patreon.com/thebrinkofsanity if you want to help support the show. We're trying to get up to $4 a month. We're actually going down. We're trending downwards now.
What will we do if we get to $4 a month? We'll have more content? We should do something for our fans to guarantee that, like, there's got to be a reason they're going to give the money.
I don't know, 450 hours of free entertainment?
Okay, so currently we're doing, 2 episodes a month?
If we're lucky. Yeah, we're down to $3 a month.
Okay, so
yeah, we're trying to get to our goal of 4.
If we can get to $5 an episode, $5 a month, we will do an episode, 3 episodes a month.
Okay.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah.
And if we get to $10 a month, we'll do an episode every week.
And if we get to 20, we'll...
Bro, I have a question.
It rains.
Yeah, someone asked me, like, about the car wash, or like how often you get your car washed. I was like, I haven't yet.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've owned this
3 or
car,
4
like,
times a month whenever it rains.
Yeah, I'm like, I just let nature take care of that. Why would you ever get your car washed? I don't even know why anyone goes to a car wash.
I have a couple times, but not in years.
The only time I ever went to a car wash was when we were turning in our car for the lease, and I was like, oh, I better make it look pretty for this.
Yeah.
But outside, Jay, would you get your car washed?
I wouldn't say never. I mean, if I like ran through a mud and I had shit caked on my car, I would, but I wouldn't like.
I mean, that's a reasonable reason. Yes. If
Wouldn't
I lived in a desert climate where like it doesn't rain very much and my car's covered in dirt, yeah.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be like, oh, it's Friday, time for my weekly car wash.
But yeah, first of all, why we currently live in like London or Seattle because it's raining here every goddamn day. So
yeah, it's pretty much every single day. It's been fun.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Okay, you can end the show.
All right, thanks for listening, everybody. We'll be back soon.
Happy trails to bye, love. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. It's all over. Goodbye. It's time to go. This is the end. Say goodbye. You better go away. I'm gonna leave you. It's the end. Goodbye. Goodbye. Just leave me alone.